Just really here to give you a quick update on our Wildfell project. We completed our really important baseline studies last year, looking at habitat, ecology and soil. So we've got our sort of line in the sand really, so we can now measure the positive impact that we're going to be having. And a couple of highlights sort of out of those surveys. We've got 9 species of bat on site, which is fantastic. We've got 2 ponds that have got great crested newts in them, and 57 species of birds. So we've got a really strong foundation to build on. In terms of progress, so far, we've completed phase 1 of the woodland creation project. So 50 acres of new woodland, new native woodland have already gone in. We've also planted over 1.25 kilometres of native hedgerow, really important in connecting up those elements of the site. From a grassland perspective, we are in the process of converting from arable land to species-rich grassland. From a water perspective, we've created 5 new ponds. We've restored 3 of our existing ponds. And we've had an excellent collaboration with the Environment Agency, installing a leaky dam, a ditch diversion, and a new scrape, which is great for flood management, but also for biodiversity as well.
I'm going to quickly fire through the next 8 projects. So Knoll Park, Cranley, this 22-hectare site, and what the scheme is included is this mosaic of habitats. You've got the new wildlife lake in the middle. You've got wildflower meadows, wetland meadows, hedgerow improvements, and you've got improvements to the list. It's in establishment phase at the minute. But the key thing here is what it's doing is bringing people and nature together. We talked earlier about connecting people with nature, and this is a great green space for the local community and people to drive for there. Next one I want to give a big shout out to is the Be the Change Garden. You've got every single bit of green infrastructure feature here. You've got your flowering meadows, you've got your pollinator planting, you've got your green walls, your green roofs, you've got your broken up hard standing spaces. You've got it all there in a space that's only 3 by 6 meters. It's only just a little bit bigger than a car parking space. Small areas can do big for nature. So that leads us on to our Churchill Square Gardens. So the driver here was, there was reduced footfall coming into the shopping centre. There was reduced usage of the car parking space. So they wanted to repurpose the space. So, and repurposing that space into a community destination space that had biodiversity and greening at the heart of it. So as with Knoll Park, this scheme brings together green infrastructure and people into a social destination space that will, if the ambition is to improve footfall and dwell time in the shopping centre. So it's just a real quick snapshot of actually how we're repurposing these redundant spaces, these underutilised spaces within the urban environment. So retaining that thought process of looking at landowners and engaging with landowners, I want to bring on to Bracknell Farm here the importance of off-site habitat banks as a mechanism to help developers achieve their B&G targets is of significant importance. So as an example, and I just wanted to show you this. Look, this is a habitat bank. We are, off the back of our experience with Wildfell, our learnings of creating habitat banks, we are working with other landowners to create habitat banks. So this example here, up in Bracknell Farm, 65 hectares of dairy farming, landowners looking to secure long-term security and revenue streams in his world and for his future generations and stuff. It's ended up, we've got 377 biodiversity units where we're now going to go out to the open market and sell those. The Surrey Hills Strategic Wildlife Network here is a fantastic project that we're working with. It's 15 kilometres leading west from Reigate, with the ambition really to engage with stakeholders and identify and encourage patterns of connectivity for wildlife across the landscape. So look, we've gone through the first phase of baseline surveys and feasibility assessments and stuff, and that will continue over the coming months with the intention to actually get some activity on the ground in this next planting season. Nature modelling. Last year we showcased a pilot of how nature modelling can be used to aid decision making, using Little Cowbridge here for those that are around. But actually we've gone further this year. We continue to devolve our knowledge and application of nature modelling and how to apply those different models and the best outcomes. We've gone wider, so we've gone across the UK now. So we're across England, Scotland and Wales. We've looked at targeting specific types of habitats, including woodland, wetland and grassland. You can see here, just as an example here, this is a biodiversity quality assessment map that we've got across the UK. So you can start to understand what the quality of biodiversity is across there. 20% of the sites, and just as a quick stat, 20% of the sites that are under our management fall within strategic areas for all three: woodland, wetland, grassland. Huge opportunities to start to join up into the wider network.
Overall, money is starting to flow, progress is being made, but really we need to turbocharge that. You know, the need is now, it is desperate, and there's lots of good work going on, but we really need to take it to the next level.